What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Illest Podcast, the number one Superman podcast in the universe, as you guys know it.
Today we have the
Turn around.
What?
Turn around.
Oh, hey.
so we have these swivel chairs. We don't have to do with them anymore.
Sorry, it's just like a little too fun to like swivel around. But how's it going?
It's going all right, man. The New Year's podcast. This is the first episode of 2023.
Oh yeah, this is the first episode of 2023, and we thought we would like give you guys kind of like a sneak peek of what we want to do in the future. Was like different sets, different locations. That's what's going to be happening in season 2 a lot more. We still have like one more episode after this of season 1.
I think we have 2 or 3. We got some really important episodes coming out.
Oh yeah, we have 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not good with math. Even
Very excited for those ones. Anyway,
Yeah.
to celebrate the new year, let's get on with that.
Oh
I got us some. I promise this is not alcoholic. That doesn't have the book. We got some San Pellegrino.
yeah. Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
I got us some champagne glasses. Of course,
We were upstairs seeing you walk by. My girlfriend's just like, "Why is he holding fancy glasses?" I was
Oh.
like, "Oh, it's the New Year's episode."
And we gotta celebrate. All right, let's do this all.
How are we doing this? All
I
right.
was just gonna blow up on me. No, we're good.
But how's everyone's New Year's going? How was your New Year's? We had the Christmas episode. We never really asked how your Christmas was. Oh, that just flew out. Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
yeah. But how was your Christmases? Were they good? What did you guys get? Did you get what you wanted? And how was your New Year's? Did you get drunk? Did you just have a nice time with your family, or
Yeah, either or. They're all.
or
they're all
did
the
you get
same.
drunk and have a nice time with your family? I don't know.
I guess you could do all at once.
Yeah.
Let's give you some. Let's celebrate. Not getting drunk, I promise.
Not on shoot. Oh.
Here, fill me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I should. Okay.
That's what sound that.
Good.
How's that sound, Eric?
Eric, does that sound good?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
We shouldn't have thrown out though.
We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah.
All right, what are we toasting to?
But to a New Year's, many more episodes, bigger episodes than what we have coming up, and new memories.
New memories. To always improving and never being complacent with how we do. I don't know.
And always bettering ourselves.
Yeah. Cheers. Almost spilled on myself. That's kind of gross.
Yeah.
That's all I'll be having. Sparkling water's not good.
How does Andrew Tate like sparkling water?
Is he really?
Did you see that video? He's I like sparkling water, or like whatever accent he has. He goes, do this, test your friends, give them all water, but make sure it's sparkling water. And if any one of them goes, ew, bubbles, kick him out of your life.
Well, the bubbles are the problem. It just has a weird flavor to it.
No,
Just
yeah,
tastes weird.
I like the bubbles. It's just the flavor.
Sparkling water is carbonated.
Yeah, it's just weird. But yeah, it makes sense that a guy like that would like sparkling water. Are you finishing that? Want the rest?
No.
Chug it?
I don't think I could do that. No, I just wanted to replace it with my energy drink. Mikey, could you hand me the energy drink right behind you, the closed one?
So anyway, we got New Year's. We have some good resolutions.
Thank you.
And then we have some discussions to do kind of around
Yeah.
the New Year's resolutions.
This is a non-orthodox episode. Like, we're moving around a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's because we just want to do stuff that's a little different.
Yeah, we're trying to change up the flow a little bit and be a little more open and more, less professional, more chill.
More
In a
heavy
sense.
fun time.
Yeah. So we got some crew members that have to go early. So let's. Oh,
Sound. Love it.
oh, it looks like a mimosa or something now.
Yeah, that's why I charged it. I wanted to kind of put my energy drink in there.
All right. So yeah, we're doing the same thing that we did for the Christmas episode and the Thanksgiving episode. Oh.
It tastes good.
It's too easy. I hope it does. Everyone's gonna be amped up at the end of the episode.
Woo!
So anyway,
But yeah, we have a couple of different things happening, a couple of discussions.
yeah. So let's start bringing the crew members on. We
Yeah.
don't want to keep them for too long. We have some things to do. So let's bring up Eric, our audio engineer. He's been on what, 2 episodes now already? His own episode.
His
the
own
Thanksgiving
episode,
special.
Thanksgiving special. This is 3rd episode on.
All right. Let's
This
get a round of
is one
applause,
of the
everyone.
only
Let's get a round
time. Can we get some applause going?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right.
There's a hot spot on there. Is it like here?
It's just on the top.
Yeah, it's just on the top.
On
It's like
top, okay.
any regular mic.
Okay, cool.
All right, Eric, welcome in once again.
Thanks. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You
Thank
are
you.
no stranger to the Illis podcast.
Yeah, you've been in front of the camera. It's the third time now. And how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. All around, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, you've been around since episode 5, I believe.
It's been It's been a while. I don't know.
Episode 6, actually.
There's too many episodes to count.
There's too
Yeah.
many. Yeah.
Episode 5
Yeah.
was Ernie's episode.
Okay.
Oh yeah, episode 6. You've been around since episode.
Okay.
Dan just has everything memorized. I love that.
I have everything memorized.
Like everything about us that we need. Like you just have it, and I love it. But yeah, you've been
Goddamn.
around for a while.
Yeah.
Off topic. What's your New Year's resolution? No, that's on topic.
on
You've been
topic.
around for a while. Was off topic. What's your New Year's resolution?
Well, I want to keep working on my EP that's coming out. A few buddies who are working on it with me as well.
Okay.
I want to start running more, getting more physically active, going out on runs and stuff.
I respect that. Yeah. It's so hard to get in like a running routine.
Yeah.
But the people that do it, they're all dedicated and they're all very fit.
That's one thing I want to do that too. But I guess, but we're gonna go last. But no, yeah, I remember you telling me you wanted to get back into running and like be a little more physical in the gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to like hit on start of the year, right?
Yeah. I'd love to do that. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have any reflections on 2022 that we can talk about? Since it's all over now.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Technically
2022.
it's 11 months, but like they don't know that editing magic.
2022 was like it was so bizarre, but like nice at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like for so much of this year, I've been running around like a crazy person, but now it's nice to kind of just to breathe a little bit, unwind, and actually like sit down for like 5 minutes and be like, okay, I'm not doing anything now. I'm just gonna relax.
Decompress and really
Yeah.
become one with yourself and
Mhm.
let the everything in the brain just kind of go away and empty.
Yeah. Like Buddha, like meditation.
Zen.
I get
Zen.
it, yeah. Especially after like this semester. I mean, we're wrapping up everything and
It was hectic.
it's such a hectic time at the end, the last few weeks.
And I feel like we've added so much to our plate, especially this semester as just a comm student with so many projects that we're a part of, that we're starting, or like startups that we're trying to do in the department. I
Yeah.
feel like, especially the three of us, you're starting the music production club. We started Illis, and then we're trying to like make it into its own thing and like partner up and then start clothing, which is coming soon. Which
Taking on all of that on top of, again, I just like we're
Yeah.
working and
we'll
we're-
talk about clothing a little bit later this episode, but
Okay.
I feel like especially the three of us who've done so much, it's like now it's like unwind time. Like even though I have like a bunch of assignments due like in the next couple of days, but like it's the end of the semester, it's like end of the year, and we're just like relaxed time is now
Mhm.
before we do it all over again.
do it all over again, start again up
Yeah.
again in just a few short weeks.
Just a few shorts.
But we take it all. We appreciate the time off. Well, thanks for being on, Eric.
Yeah,
Thank
of course.
you,
Of course.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
I love having this. See, this is one episode where I would have liked the live studio audience. I don't know why.
We kind of got one.
Well, we have one.
Yeah, we're good.
We actually have a new person with us today on our shoot, Rebecca. She is actually helping us out and do some research for digital marketing.
Yeah, something we can definitely improve on.
Yeah.
So I think she'll be a good addition to the team.
As I used to say all the time, 100%. And with that being said, Cameron.
What a transition.
What a transition, indeed.
I tried.
So Cam, this is your second time on the show. You're already pretty comfortable in the chair anyway.
Yeah.
It's all right. You can just walk by. Yeah.
Eric just-
Bye, Eric.
Bye,
Eric.
We're saying bye to
Bye.
Eric. Eric has something important to do.
All right.
Finals week, baby.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
we're
sir.
about.
Good luck. Good luck.
All right. So Cam,
Just like Soren said.
I know we were talking about before the show. We were talking. You have some reservations about New Year's resolutions.
Resolution.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like, honestly, it's kind of crazy because, like, we talked about this episode probably, like, I would say, like, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Like, really started planning. So I was, like, thinking, and it's like, there's, like, I don't want to call them the boring, like, resolutions. Like, obviously, like, I want to get back in the gym. This past year, I would say, has been, like, rough on me with battling a back injury from swimming, I really got out of my routine of going to the gym because I was going like hard for 7 months straight. It was probably the best I felt about myself in a long time. So I really missed that feeling. So I want to take this new year, rehab my back, get back into shape as much as I can. But it honestly wasn't till today during our multimedia features class where like it really kind of hit me like what I really want to work on for myself this year. And we'll give a quick shout out to Jacob. I can't say his last name. Razmovich, head of 91.7 VMFM, as well as Nick Ferraro, because their projects, not necessarily Jake's project, but Nick's project especially, for some reason hit me really hard. Just in my
Miskell you're talking about?
Yeah, it was like Remain or something. I forget what the title of it was. It was Miskell Remain. Thank you, Dan. Fantastic. Check it out on YouTube. Great short film. I really enjoyed it. It made me feel something that like most films don't actually get me to film or get me to feel. There was like this anxiety in my chest while watching it. And I began thinking about it. I honestly haven't stopped thinking about it like today. And his whole purpose of it was like self-reflection. So my goal for this next year is more or less to self-reflect on myself. And then the reason why I shouted out Jake is because he's obviously leaving the school.
Yeah.
So one thing that I really want to work on the most is kind of just living in the moment, because I feel like I didn't realize this until after I graduated high school, how fast time has moved. And obviously I'm not a kid anymore. I'm basically an adult. I'm really not mentally, but I'm getting there, I would say.
I mean,
we're all working on it.
None of us
Very
are.
slowly.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm mentally 5.
Mm-hmm, exactly. But just like trying to really hone in on myself this year and like really just trying to live in the moment as best as I can while I'm still at Marywood. Because like college is only one time in your life. You can go back for grad school, but like it's not living in a dorm. It's not living in a dorm. It's not going, as much as I like hate NAS. It's not like, it's the college experience that you can't get back. If you go to grad school, like you're commuting. Like no grad student is necessarily living on campus, experiencing the same things that like, I guess the underclassmen, you could call it that way, would experience.
I think that's an underrated part of the college experience because like I lived on campus for 1 year and it wasn't here, but it was somewhere else. And living at home the entire rest of the time, I feel like I've kind of missed out on that. And although there are some pretty shitty experiences, as you're saying, we don't love NAS that much. I feel like it just adds to your character in that way. It's part of growing.
It's also part of like a community, and it's like what we used to do last year all the time is like at 12 on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, like a bunch of us would have lunch together, and that just carried on for like a whole year. It was about 7, 8 of us. We would all sit down, have lunch together, and it wasn't necessarily we didn't really have the same majors and have the same classes like Cam and I did, but at the same time, it's like we had architect majors, pre-PAs, like med, and like a bunch of different majors. And we would just like sit down, just have a conversation. We just all became friends from going to lunch together, and stuff like that. You just miss out on. It's never coming back.
Yeah, and again, as you're saying, Cam, like living in the moment and appreciating it while you're there.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking back and being like, man, I wish I could have done it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like that's where like something that I personally am good at. Like I live in the moment, but I also feel like I'm bad at it. I'm good and bad at it because like sometimes I would like, oh, this is great. Let me take my phone out or a camera out and take pictures, record this moment real quick so I can relive it in the future. Hence why I really love vlogging and I love podcasting. You capture some moments that are so beautiful. But I feel like sometimes I just forget to do that, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I did that.
I also feel like sometimes it's hard to live in the moment when you're taking pictures and videos on your phone. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that sentiment, but it's kind of like you're there, you're taking pictures of it, but at the same time, you're focused kind of on your phone at that point.
Yeah, you're right. Because like, I mean, I'll use the example of like concerts. So like when you go to a concert, like it's cool to like take out your phone, film a video every once in a while. And like, even like, especially like my Snapchat memories, like there's be times where like it's late at night and I'll just be scrolling through my Snap memories and it's be like, man, I'm glad I took this photo or this video, but like nothing will ever compare to just simply living in the moment. Because like those memories in your head are way better than what they are in a video, especially at a concert. Because you're having a great time, but like your phone's just shaking.
There are some artists who don't like having videos taken of them during concert. There was
Yeah,
one
that
person
was-
who actually kicked the phone out of someone's hand because they didn't want to be filmed.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
artists
much.
like great. Yeah, this person's coming to watch you. They paid for the ticket. It's your concert. But at the same time, why are you kicking a person's? I feel like that's disrespectful to the person and like that. Like
I can't remember if the
down.
person who did that was Justin Bieber or Axl Rose.
I don't care who it was. It could be an artist that I really like. But if you're gonna like, that's kind of I find that disrespectful. Like you being like, yo, could you put the phone away? And the person doesn't do it, and then you kick them out. I get that, but like you kicking the phone out of the person's hand, dude. Phones cost money. It's like you're an artist. You got millions. That person probably doesn't.
Well, and the one thing too is like, I was at a stand-up show a few months ago, and they have a policy where you can't use your phones. But like, they tell you that beforehand, and they say, put your phone on silent, put it in your pocket, don't use it. But like concerts aren't like that. Concerts are a totally different atmosphere
Yeah.
where you're kind of, and you have to expect that people are going to use their phones. You're not going
They're
to tame
capturing a moment,
80,000
yeah.
people. You know what I mean?
Like, and
What's the difference?
I feel like personally, like if I know we performed live once, but like if we were like ever at that level and we're performing at a concert and somebody takes out their phone to record us, I think that's a very like honoring moment for me because
I would appreciate that.
I would appreciate it because like
it, you know?
you appreciate this enough to take your phone out to capture this moment so you can look on it in the future. That's how much you're enjoying yourself right now. That's how I would look at it as like an artist and as someone who has performed live and live. I know we've done it and I would like honestly be like, dude, that's like awesome. Like I love that. Yeah.
I guess I can kind of see it from their perspective too, is they're kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
Something like Justin
Yeah.
Bieber, I don't know if that was him or not, but he's
been-
his whole life he's been dealing with that kind of stuff. I'm just using him as an example because I know him
I
a
mean,
little bit. It's like,
Bieber's been in the spotlight for a long time, and after a while, you do get sick and tired of it. But at the same time, I feel like it's unfair. If it wasn't for these people, you would not be at the position where you are.
yeah, that's a good point.
Exactly.
Like for us, it's like we would not be doing this if like the views didn't do what they did. If our interactions were like, I love doing this. Like I've been doing like content creating for many years and I barely get views, but like even like one like or like one comment means so much to me. Whereas like if I was ever at their level, I don't know like what I would do and how the joy and happiness I would have. It's just would be immense. So like I would think that's kind of like disrespectful.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah, but like at the same time, it's kind of like, it's like even like you're using it with like your own content.
Yeah.
I kind of like I'm now thinking about it, but it's like also another thing of just like living in the moment is like I've also been trying to get myself away from worrying about the like bar and like that sort of stuff. Because at the end of the day, if you put it out online, you're proud of it no matter what. At least you should be. So like it's finding the balance of, yes, I got the success from the views, but like at the end of the day, you should be doing it for yourself and not for anyone else.
That's
Yeah.
actually a really good point.
No, yeah,
I
that's
like that.
that's why like I'm like we're not big as some other podcasts. Like my personal YouTube channel has lifting videos sometimes, and it's not as big as some other people are who have started after me. But like at the same time, it's something I truly enjoy. I enjoy creating art. I enjoy creating content, and that's why we'll continue to do it. And hopefully one day I do make it. Well, hopefully I'm the guy that drives a Lambo one day. But like at the same time, it's like even if I don't get to it, I'll be happy that I at least like tried my best to like kind of achieve my goal, which is of being a content creator.
And also
Yeah.
make sure that you're present the entire time, experiencing everything
Yeah.
in the moment.
Well, actually, it's funny you bring up the lifting thing. I was actually talking to a couple buddies of mine over Thanksgiving break because they run their own Instagram lifting page. Shout out to at the Shed Lifts. I'm gonna quickly drop their handle real quick. But they were talking like obviously like the whole point. I was talking to him. He's like, I made this because like I want to be a motivator. I want to be an educator about lifting. But most importantly, the most important part for him and like all of my friends who are a part of this is documenting their progress. Because at the end of the day, if the video gets 50 views or 1,000 views, like your back is bigger. Like you got bigger quads. Like you're doing something for yourself. Like the 50 views do not matter.
No,
they won't matter in 2
honestly,
years
they don't.
unless
Like,
you're making millions off of it. And then you can.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter because on Instagram, some of my stuff has a lot of views, some it doesn't. Some of that has like a couple of thousand, some of it only has a couple hundred. I don't care about that. I care about like being able to go on there and like look at what I used to look like, which kind of motivates me to work harder. Like I look like what's the last? It was this morning. Like I was like changing and I was like looking in the mirror. I'm like, yeah, my muscles look bigger. And then I like look up a picture from the start of the semester and I'm just like, dude, like I've gotten stronger. Like my muscles look bigger and stuff. And I call my girlfriend over. I'm like, yo, do I look like different? She goes, yeah, you look like a lot stronger now. I'm like, damn, that's like, I wish I posted that originally. I might do that again, but like, looking at almost a year ago is when I started my fitness journey, and I'm so glad that I started documenting it. I wish I had started sooner. That's my only regret.
It's like everyone's regret.
Yeah, actually, well, that's funny because like I was talking to one of my friends over Thanksgiving break, and when we were filming our podcast for like my final project, he was talking about this, and he was like, "What's crazy to me is," he said, he's 22 now, but he says next year when he turns 23, he would have been lifting for half of his lifetime, and he wishes he took a photo of himself when he was 12. When he first started lifting, because like he recently uploaded a compilation to his lifting page, and it was starting photos from 2017 all the way to where he is present day, and he's put on 30 pounds since then.
Yeah,
but like it's 30 pounds of his shoulders are wider, like he's huge now.
But he wish he started years ago
documenting it.
Yeah.
At the end of last semester, I weighed about 240. I weigh 240 now. I look completely different. Like I look so much bigger. 240 now with like less fat, more muscle. But back then it was like with fat, less muscle. Just like 240, just completely different.
There you go. Props to you, man.
I mean, it sounds like I'm bragging, but at the same time, it's just like what we were talking about is like kind of capturing the moment and continuing on. And it's something like I wish I uploaded online. It's not only just for like myself, but like hopefully I motivate someone else to start their own fitness journey.
Yeah, I totally understand that way. And again, something to be proud of. You're not bragging. You're just, you know what I mean? Like, again, you're motivating other people and you're sharing your story and saying, hey, it's possible.
Yeah. I feel like not many like guys that were like bigger back then and are like much more fit now, they don't share their story as much in the terms of this is what I used to like here's the pictures. A lot of them say, yeah, I was fat, but they don't show any pictures. Like I have pictures of myself shirtless. I'm not going to upload those now until I got like a six pack, like, so I could do a before after picture just to show people, you could do it naturally. You could do it. You just got to keep your mind to it.
It's nice to have those things because it's like, it's almost like, do you want to go like, if you feel happier now, you kind of want that moment or that photo where you kind of can remind yourself like, yeah, I'm kind of still the same person, but I feel way more confident about myself. Because like you said, like you weigh the same amount, but you don't feel like you weigh the same amount. Like weight is such a weird thing.
Weights after when you get into bodybuilding, after a while, weight doesn't matter. Yeah. Like I look like so much better now at 240 than I did. I started at like 300, went down to 215. I mean, I say that a lot, but like that's what happened. But then I build back up to like 250, now going back down at 240 right now, and 240. Then like weight does not matter in bodybuilding after
chasing the physique.
Yeah.
That's
honestly, I'm trying to chase physique and like bigger PRs, but
there we go.
Yeah, we do have to switch people, but I want to get you on an episode. I don't know. I want to pick your brain on that episode.
I'm down. Like actually, like I enjoy this stuff. Who doesn't like? I mean, like obviously some people are extremely camera shy, but who doesn't like doing this? Like I'm a comm major.
So good in front of the camera.
Yeah, we'll have to get you on an episode.
Yeah.
We gotta, I was about to say when me and you were going off on the Christmas episode on Spotify Rap, dude, I was going back. Like I could have kept going for an hour. I could have talked for an hour.
Yeah, and I was just like halfway through. I was just like while it was going on, I was just like so mesmerized, and I was just watching it. I'm like being part of a podcast and watching a podcast are two different things. Because I was just watching it, I just got lost in you guys' conversation. I'm like, oh, we have to go back on. Like I can't just stay back here.
I was the one who had to break you guys out of it.
You did.
I was having such a fun time just watching it, and like as much as I love being on camera, I love being off camera and like dirty and all that stuff as well. So I was just like running around looking at the cameras and stuff. But like, I get it. I want you on that episode.
We'll get you back on season 2 or something.
I was hold on. One final thought. I was just gonna say like this major is just fun, dude.
It's so fun.
Like the front of the camera, behind the camera. Like there's not a day where like I'll wake up, say like on like last year, like I'd wake up and it'd be a Tuesday and it'd be like, oh, I have philosophy for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh wait, I get to go to comm right after and just instant mood change.
Dude,
like
that's I agree with that.
I'm running prompter today. Oh, okay, but at least I'm there.
Dude, I love that. Thank you for coming on the episode.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you again in the future one.
Mic drop or no?
No, please don't.
How long is the next person going to be?
How long do we have?
We just reached 24.
All right, we'll just take a break and then we'll be back right after break. What's up? We're taking a little advertisement break to tell you about The Woodward.
The Woodward is the on-campus publication for Marywood University, and I have to be careful to say publication. I always want to say newspaper, but they are entirely digital.
Yeah, they used to be physical, but now they're all digital. They want to save the trees, save the turtles.
Yeah, so now it's all online. It's on thewoodward.org. Check us out. I'm part of the staff. I'm a photographer there, but it's mostly writers that talk about Marywood events, but they also talk about things outside of Marywood. They talk about the community, the Scranton community as a whole. Talk about pop culture. They give reviews and opinions on movies and TV shows and such. And the great thing is that it's run by the students.
Yeah, it's like the writers are students. The editor-in-chief is a student herself.
Yeah, Ellen France, she's great, and she has the final say on what goes out and published to the website.
Yeah, but it's like an actual, like, we're like in an actual company where you're working and you want to produce something. It has to be run by the editor-in-chief. And the amazing part is it's one of the students.
There's a newsroom. We meet every week. We have a weekly budget. We talk about what stories we're going to be out. The photographers get a chance to talk about what kind of stories they want to do. There's good communication with the writers and photographers. If you want to be a part of it, you can contact Ellen France. Her email will be in the description. Or if you just want to read about it, thewoodward.org.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Oh Lord. This is the start of the after break.
One out of one, right? Rock, paper, scissors, go. Okay? Rock, paper, scissors, go. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Ah, I beat you!
If you're wondering what that was, Mikey's up next. Yeah. My way of introduction is just top tier.
It's so great. The transitions, introductions.
Transitions.
So Mike is one of the newer members of the podcast. This is
That's
what, your
true.
second or third video shoot?
It's my third one.
Third
Yeah.
time here?
Yeah.
Dude, that stuff you did with Sister Mary shoot when you got the behind the scenes, I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was necessary. It was pretty awesome. Got some pictures. Got some background footage.
Yeah.
I didn't see the background footage.
No, we were
No,
watching
we got
after
it,
you
yeah.
guys left.
Yeah.
We were here for like 2 hours after.
The biggest problem was that the faculty wasn't here. That would have been so cool if they were.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But having like a behind the scenes kind of guy, that's like so cool
Yeah.
because we do so much in this realm and like no one ever gets to see behind the cameras.
Yeah.
So to have someone back there.
Maybe we could have like an illest extra. Like, I keep burping.
We're making second channels already.
Like a second channel,
Yeah.
illest extra, or like illest
10
shorts or
videos.
something where we have like stuff on there, and maybe even a third channel in the future
Right.
after hours.
We have like 42 subscribers. We don't need multiple channels.
Rebecca's just in the back, like, you only have 42 subscribers. What losers! You got 42 subscribers on a YouTube channel I don't even post on,
I
bro.
got 42 on my first day. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike. So I know that you do other podcasts too. So like,
Oh yeah.
what's your experience
Oh, you
with
do?
that before that? Yeah.
So yeah, my one buddy, Kevin Martinez, he has his own podcast, the Middleman Podcast.
Like that?
Yeah, he's a really big character. Like he's the perfect like host for a podcast, and he focuses on like interviewing like local artists and local musicians and art, like
I like that.
actual artists
We
and
know
stuff.
what we are.
We're local artists.
I
and we're
actually
podcast
told him, I was
And we're
like, I know.
podcasting.
Yeah.
I was like, I know two guys that are very motivated with podcasts. I was like, they should be on the podcast, or he can come on here. You know, it's
Not to do
whatever.
business on camera.
Not to do business on camera, bro.
That's true.
Hey,
No pressure.
we got an extra. We got a seat. We got a guest seat. We got a guest mic.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So like coming from that podcast to this podcast, like, are there any like big differences you notice? Like not in a bad
Oh.
way, just like
Yeah, there's two completely different vibes. Like filming his podcast, it's really me filming it, and
Okay.
I don't really know how to work lighting. I just know like just good quality, and I feel like most of his podcast comes with the guest because his guest comes on there and they just talk for a good couple hours. Like it's just a really good vibe. Yeah. It's just a really good vibe, but it's nothing compared to this. This is like professionally kind of set up, you know.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
That actually makes me feel nice. Like
cool.
he's a professional. Yeah.
But I think that's one of the beauties of podcasting and just like the creative world in general is that
You can do
like
so much with
they're
it.
both called podcasts, but they can be so different in their ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
Like-
no one's better than the other one because of any reason. You know,
Yeah,
it's all about the
yeah.
personality.
You could have a podcast for honestly all you need are I'm taking this line out of Family Guy. 4 guys in a bar and a mic.
Yeah.
That episode when they started a podcast, I don't know if anyone watches Family Guy.
No, not really.
But yeah,
Sorry.
like a couple of people or like even one person, like Joe Rogan does it by himself. All you need is a mic and a camera.
Yeah.
Not even a camera. All you need is like audio equipment.
Yeah, I actually when we first started this podcast, I vouched to have audio only.
And
Just so
I
we can-
fought
yeah.
for video and audio.
Which I mean I appreciate. being the one who edits it, I mean, maybe not as much, but I think it adds a cool dynamic of being able to like see us talking and like have like the visual aspect of it.
There's more emotion when you got video, you know?
Yeah. And like, there's always the audio option. Like, you just turn the video off.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean, like, it's good to have both.
About being a host is like, did I wear this outfit on the previous episode?
I think you've worn.
I
think you've worn like this specific one,
but not with these shoes. Not with the red shoes.
So it's different.
I haven't worn these red shoes on a shoot at all.
They're really good shoes.
Thank you. They're like they're a couple of years old. Like they're from a couple of years ago. I don't really wear them that much because my feet have gotten wider, not longer, but wider.
Oh, interesting.
So it's just like
Interesting.
yeah.
So speaking of being from years ago, we are in the next year. Like you like that transition. You got a good New Year's resolution. Back to, like,
Sorry, I have
the topic of the episode.
Keep going off track.
I don't have any like resolutions. I just got goals for the next year. Really.
Yeah, give us a
Yeah, so like this break, I'm just gonna try to make as much money as I could, so I can like kind of start funding short films that I want to make.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm really into cinema and stuff. So I was like, man, I gotta start making my own short films, you know. So I got the camera. I just want a little bit of funding to back me up when I make short films, because.
Do you want to work on it as directors?
Oh yeah, like I want to make big movies. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I know it's a big goal, but it's my thing. You know?
You gotta start somewhere though.
Yeah, I gotta start somewhere. You know. So I was like, I'll just make portfolio, like good work. You know what I mean? You know, get experience and stuff like that, and you know, and also learning how to work with people, like especially the podcast, everything, you know. And we were saying before, the comm department is just fun, you know what I mean? It's like
this is a class kind of right now.
This is a class. There's actually two classes for us. We're double practicum. Yeah, double practicum.
Same class twice.
But it's funny you say that because I was talking to Jason. I don't know who else, it was in the meeting the other day. It was Jason, me, Cam, not Cam, Eric, and Dan. We were here, and I was telling them like how next semester I want to start like a mini series, but like a mini film series, like 6 episodes, 1 season, maybe a second season, but like something that's like has comedy, suspense, and I like want to have people to do that. And I want to kind of push for that to be also practicum type thing. It might be a little harder, but like. Kind of like I want stuff like that, and I love hearing that other people are also thinking that. And like, you want to do short films. I love that idea, and I would love to be like a part of it in some way.
Yeah, if you're looking for help, we got you. Yeah. Are you like what specific role are you looking at? Like our director, cameraman, like editor, everything, or like do you have a
just meaning I guess director, but I would like to know every aspect of it. Like I know, I guess I know a lot. I've been editing a lot, video editing. Getting good at audio, but I mean like correcting, because like directing is kind of like putting your perspective on something, you know. And I love that, you know, everyone has their own like personality, especially with directing. So it's like I would just like to, you know, put my personality into directing. You know, I would like to control something, you know, like short films and stuff, you know what I mean?
All right.
You know, give my good ideas. But and the comm department's perfect, I think, because really it's about managing time too, you know. We all have projects and like with different people and stuff, you know, and it really helps us like get like on track with time, you know, because like we do stuff within an hour, you know, and then we have something else within an hour, and we just all do it perfectly synced. And I just think that's amazing with the comm department. Like it helps us.
So many deadlines.
And that's true. Deadlines.
Finishing all your projects on time, as you're saying, like like before class. So like Rubain's always sitting there for TV production. He's like doing his project like right before the class. You know what I mean? He always gets it done.
You don't gotta calm me down.
Nah, man, we're done with that class now. We're fine.
I gotta find out if I passed or not.
Ooh, this is
He posted the grades.
the final grades.
The final? No, that's what I'm waiting on. Yeah. He gave me an 80 on it just because I said like one thing wrong. Like I said it was like 10:20, but my watch showed 10:30. But I started when I did retakes, and when I started it was 10:20.
You took points off for that?
Yeah.
No way.
He gave me a 7 out of 10 for that section.
Oh, okay.
But he gave me 10 out of 10 for creativity.
There you go.
It was like there's a couple of things you fall short where like your creativity.
I feel like he graded this final project really like crazy compared to the other ones.
No, the other ones it's a lot less like craziness.
At least you didn't forget to edit in your stand-up like I did.
Oof.
I actually forgot to put the stand-up in, even though I recorded it.
Oh. Bruh. I actually gotta email him. I think there's some projects that I never submitted online that I gave him in class. I don't know if you forgot that or not, but like I guess I gotta redo those.
Well, today's the last day, right? Or tomorrow.
I think Saturday is the last
last day.
Yeah, Saturday's the last day.
No, I don't know if I'm usually kicking back in.
Okay, so what other
But
goals
yeah.
do you have? So you have your goal to start doing more short films. Is that it, or do you have any other?
I mean, getting better with like video quality. I guess that's really like one goal. Like there's a lot of stuff I like to learn, like skills and stuff. But one of them is just not videography. I don't know why. I was like, I should just master. Getting good. Like you're good inspiration, Jason. Like your camera work, you're just pretty professional with it. You're kind of inspiration to me. I'm like, wow, Jason.
I appreciate it.
Jason just knows all this stuff about
check out. It
cameras,
takes
white
a lot.
balancing.
YouTube channel. Some of his like newer videos
I appreciate it.
with like how professional you are with camera angles and how tight some shots are. And
I appreciate it, man. Thanks. But it does take a lot of time, a lot of
Yeah.
work. Like I've been doing it since I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like on the side, kind of. You know what I mean? So like, the more you do it, and the big thing is like self critique, kind of.
Mhm.
So you can only learn so much in class. We talked about it with Jake yesterday too. Is
Yeah.
that there's only so much you can do in a classroom. You have to actually yourself.
Yeah.
Look at your work and say, well, I didn't like this so much. So let me just do this better this time.
Mhm.
And just learn. That's how I work mostly. Learn from yourself, and sometimes peer critiques. But I think no one likes telling you bad things. So it's really hard to ask other people's opinions. You know. So it's all about just kind of pushing yourself to the best. A real world experience.
Yeah, and so I'm just trying to learn like lighting and stuff with that, just trying to get good quality, just learn a skill with camera.
No, yeah, I definitely want to. I like kind of like I get that because I want to get better at like just camera work in general. And like I don't know anything about cameras. I just know that hey, that shot's gonna look good, or this is gonna look good, or this is my vision, but I don't know how to get to it when it comes to working on a camera. That's where like I kind of more like direct more than anything else. But I want to learn more about a camera. Because I feel like if you're a director, you should know what every aspect of something is and how it works.
That's a challenge I think people don't realize. Is, you're gonna have to understand everything when you're behind the camera. So
when you're a director, you just kind of tell everyone else your vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would like to know every aspect of it.
No, yeah, like you have a vision, you want to kind of get to it, but as well as like you want to be able to understand what the camera personnel is doing.
Yeah. So we wish you the best with all that. Hope it all goes well.
Thank you,
Clean start in 2023, and we'll
2023.
see where it goes.
I want to see you do big projects, and let me know if we could help you out with anything.
We'll be around.
Thank you guys.
Come to the basement.
Yeah, I'll just come to the basement.
You know where we are.
Yeah, I know where you guys are.
All right. There we go. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, Soren.
Soren, you're up next.
Soren.
All right, guys.
All right.
This is an exciting time for me to come on and
Soren, so you've been on
podcast
once
again.
before, and you've kind of been around the camera every now
On
and
the
then.
Thanksgiving episode, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the Thanksgiving episode.
You've been here and there. Soren's the reason we have interns, in a way.
Yep.
Like
got
we were
bounced
like
around.
Soren gave me the idea for interns. Like, well, he didn't give me the idea, but like him coming on every now and then gave me the idea for like having interns. So like, yeah.
Yeah, people like pop in and out whenever you need you. So we appreciate your help. And I see you brought a trophy on, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah,
What's that
so
trophy about?
So what we got here.
this trophy I just received today for being the most improved student in the multimedia features class with Vanelli's class. And it was a pretty exciting thing to get because I really just busted my butt in that class to really strive for a good grade. And I was able to do it with the project I got today, which I got a 98 on. And I feel very accomplished of just, staying up late during the night, just getting the work done and really grinding it out, putting in graphics, natural sound, and projects like that. So this is kind of my inspiration to keep moving forward towards making sure that I'm more motivated.
Yeah, I think we talked about it with Cam kind of that like
staying motivated.
we're
like,
doing things
bettering.
for ourselves for the most part, but it's nice to get some recognition every now and then, especially from a teacher or a professor.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels really nice to, even though this week has been a crazy finals week for me with all my classes, especially because I know math is usually a difficult subject for me to take during Marywood, even though the last time I've taken a math course was the senior year in high school. But like taking it now and learning this all again is kind of just, new to me. And it just,
math is always hard.
It's especially as a comm major, you're kind of thinking in two very different fields.
Like creativity and the logic. Like for me, I know like in high school I was really great at math. Like I was doing calculus while other kids were doing trigonometry. and I'm just like having such a blast. Like, and I understand everything. Even now, you could give me a calculus, like give me a formula, give me a question, I could solve it.
What's the quadratic formula?
Yeah, I don't know that off the top of my head.
X equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root.
Damn it.
B squared
I was
minus
like,
4
that's
is
why I
equal
called
to
myself.
2a.
No, you can't. I said, give me the formula.
That's what I said. Give me the formula, bro.
A quadratic formula is a formula.
No, give me the actual, like what it looks like in the question. I can solve it.
Okay, like the numbers and stuff. You just plug in the numbers.
You plug, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
bro. I can solve it. No, but like,
No, I'm kidding.
right now I don't remember much, but like I remember while doing it, I was just like so good at it.
Mhm.
But that was when I was going into the engineering field.
Yeah.
That was before I had discovered my passion. Well, I'd already known about my passion for film.
It's so weird.
It
I
took
think
a while.
so many of us, Jake had it, I had it, you had it.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But like, we went into fields that had nothing to do with, or like Dan did it, had nothing to do with
Yeah.
like what our actual passion was. We were like ignoring our passion kind of.
No, yeah, but
You too? What were you
too.
like?
I was gonna do architecture because my brother.
Architecture. So we have architecture.
who? Oh, what was your major?
English and secondary education.
Jeez, we have English,
Yeah.
we have engineering, right?
Rebecca said engineering.
Biotechnology.
Not engineering, sorry. English and secondary education. Mikey said architecture. Dan said
It went from biotechnology to computer science.
biotechnology to biotech to computer science to comms.
And then I used to be a multimedia features program, but then I switched over to sports media.
There you go. I guess that's kind of more similar.
That's a similar jump than what the rest of us would kind of made. Well, the reason I said it again is because a lot of like I watched episode 11 and a lot of stuff that's being off camera didn't get catch on. That's why I was saying it. I'm not crazy, I promise.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Soren, let's get into the topic of today. So the new year starting off. Any
What's your
resolutions?
resolution?
Any sort of, as Michael said, any goals you got going on?
I know obviously during the winter break, maybe I'll start working again back at where I work usually for golf courses, but you know, hopefully I can make some more money to provide for my education, and then maybe also getting away, spending time with family and friends, and then also, you know, just actually mentally taking a break from school and just, you know, feel relaxed, like you're right at home. And then, you know, a couple of weeks before you start prepping for the next semester, and hopefully just figuring out what you need and what you need to do for the class and go from there.
I think it's a very important part of the break is to take the break.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
many people just kind of keep going throughout and
That's more like talking about the break. Yeah, I get that.
take the
Because
break.
that's my, just take the break. That's what it's for. Just, yeah, you're going to work. You're going to try to get some money before you come back so you could, because you're going to spend money with your friends. You're going to go around. You're going to have fun when you come back.
Yeah.
But
And
like, take a break.
not to cut you off, Ruben, but I was going to say that I am going to a 76ers game over the break.
Oh,
so I
that's
am
fun. That's
exciting.
so I am very excited about going to that with a couple of my friends that they're using the app called Game Time to buy some tickets on there. Very cheap tickets though.
Very
so
nice. Hope it's a good time for you.
it'll be the Sixers and the Detroit Pistons on December 21st.
Nice.
That's still 2020, last year.
Yeah,
Now.
but you know,
that game's
but
already
yeah.
over. So yeah, look us.
But
look it
that's
up.
something you're looking forward to. And
yeah,
Yeah.
and also spending the New Year's with family and friends and
yeah, like we
Christmas
discussed
as well, because Christmas is always a great tradition at my household, and you know, everybody just feels all together, and you know,
Yes, yeah.
we're all family
See, if you were
together.
there on the Christmas episode, you could have talked about it because we talked about that. That's a little too late to talk about it, but
But
Next year.
and then there's always New
there's always
Year's.
the next year. Yeah,
There's always New Year's and watching some college football too as well.
There we go.
yeah.
Taking
And
the breaks for
honestly,
what
I'm
it is.
excited for what you do next year, and because I know you do a lot of projects, and each time you do it, you do better. I definitely see that. That trophy is well deserved.
I'll even bring it back on.
Bring it back on. There you go.
Bring the trophy
Yeah.
back on.
All right. Well deserved. All right. Thank you, Soren, for being
Thank you
on.
for being on, Soren.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
know we're at 1830.
All right. Let's come on, Dan.
All right,
I'm gonna pass the baton to you.
There we go.
all right.
Our crews are getting smaller, so pauses.
Yeah, I mean Eric and Cam left, but they let us know in advance.
Dan, this is your third.
But Dan's on every episode.
He's always
on every
around.
episode.
You can
How's it
hear
going?
my voice in most of the episodes.
How's it going?
Good.
Cool. So how do you feel the semester's over and
Yeah.
we're moving on? And you're, I'll get more into it. So you're starting your YouTube channel now. It's a big thing. We'll shout it out right now.
Missed.
Talk about it.
Go check it out. Link in the description below.
Yeah, so I started my YouTube channel as a final project for Monelli's class. and I decided it's a gaming channel. I am doing Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Those have 4 videos out each right now. I also want to do Mario Party Superstars and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl World, and have those all 4 going at the same time.
So
Ooh,
this was
a lot of content.
Yeah, it really is. And this is a project for a class, but I know it was something that you've been wanting to
It's
do for
growing
a
out
while.
to be a lot more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember last year you were talking about wanting to do your own YouTube channel and everything, and starting your own podcast as well.
I don't think I've said anything about starting my own podcast.
Was it a podcast?
We have
No.
the Logic Pros, which is like the podcast kind of.
Yeah, me and Jason did the Logic Pros for the audio production class, and I talked to him about maybe continuing that in the future
Yeah.
and making it an annual thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of annual, the new year is here.
What's your New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
I don't really make New Year's resolutions, actually.
Ooh, interesting. Is there a
Because-
reason for that?
The reason is because a lot people who make them tend to break them as early as possible, and and I'm not really the type of person that will not make a promise unless I can actually keep it. And that same is gonna go for my YouTube channel. It's not gonna go for when I go on Big Brother at some point.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
But so I just don't really make resolutions and just focus on I just focus on what I'm doing at the present time.
So instead of setting a goal and
More
being
like living in the present.
yeah,
what we
that's
talked
kind of
about
the theme.
earlier.
Yeah. So you're like, yeah, like this is it. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to have my goals set more like I have this project due. I have this video I do. Not necessarily I'm going to stop eating McDonald's for a year, or I'm going to go to the gym every day or something like that. You kind of have more.
Hey,
of
why
a-
you looking at me like that? I didn't say every day. Like I'll get to that like later, but like
well, maybe not every day, but you've been there 365 times in the year. You have to.
I've been there a lot.
It's
yeah.
equal. But so yeah, I'm not dissing you, I promise. So yeah, you're more of just like, let me just get this done. Let me just do it and focus more on the short term.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, that's cool. Living in the moment.
No New Year's resolution. Living in the moment, trying your best.
There's no problem with that one.
Yeah. And I don't think like there's like I definitely see Dan as the guy as like, let's get the job done. We're living in the moment. Let's do it, because you keep us on track a lot, especially on the podcast. They don't see that when the podcast goes up, but behind the scenes, we're just like, all right, guys, we got to talk about this. Let's do it. So it's like, I definitely appreciate that about you, and I can't wait to see what you do. Honestly, from the first time I met you to like what we're doing now, like I said with Soren, it's like definitely you've improved a lot, and especially from having Lisa's class last year to now, it's like honestly going over our projects in Mark Hiller's class. Shout out to Mark Hiller, check out that episode. Like seeing your project, I'm like, damn, Dan's like improved so much, because you went from like not talking at all in public to like doing all these big things, and I'm just like, I'm super proud of you, man. I don't know if you have noticed that about yourself.
I didn't know anyone going into this field, and I had no experience in any of the the programs going into this field.
So now, how does it feel being 2 semesters in, going into your first new year of like knowing everyone and coming back and having the kind of that group? How does that feel?
It feels really good, because the relationships I had, I want to continue them after graduating college as well.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of goals that I would like to do in my future too, and it would just feel right if I could have those experiences with the people in the department.
Yeah. That's so nice. That's bringing us all together.
Bringing us all together. I love that.
Yeah.
Plus, if you ever have me on the podcast, I get to talk about my YouTube channel or music.
Yeah, we'll have to shout them out. Yeah. We have Dan and Cam on.
Dan and
the
Cam.
music special.
Ooh, I like that. But check out Dan's YouTube channel. Check out all the stuff that we've like kind of shout out, because these are all like private creators that are creating their own thing. That might
the easiest way to get to my channel is through the link tree in the description, because if you just look up the name of my channel, it's really hard to find. You would have to go through over 100 people just to find it.
We'll leave a link to it in the description below.
It's there. Hopefully not for long though. Hopefully the more
Hopefully
you
not
grow,
long.
the
Hopefully
easier.
you type in mist.
I just need to grow as big as Chugga Conroy.
All right. I wish you the best of that.
Wish you the best of that, and happy New Year's to you, Dan. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.
And like I said in Thanksgiving, if you have autism like me, do what you're passionate about.
Don't let anything stop you.
Do not let anything stop you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
The words. I think we should probably reset everything again.
Yeah, we're going to
It's the
reset
longest
everything and we'll be
episode
right
ever.
back. Yeah.
All right, we'll be back after this second break.
So we're taking this little break to give you this advertisement read, which is we want to promote 91.7 VMFM.
Is the alternative radio station that's on campus that every student is allowed to attend, and they're allowed to be a DJ on it. So if you ever have any inclinations or creative outlets you want to do in radio, VMFM is where you want to go.
Yeah, and we also take music submissions. We are an alternative radio station, but any song that you might want on it, you could give it in and we'll put it in for submission. And after that, you might get it on the radio station.
Yeah, so if a song plays, you can be the one to tell all your friends, yeah, I'm the reason the song is on the radio station right now.
Or, hey, I have a radio shift. Maybe you should tune in around like 3 p.m. on Wednesdays, and you might be able to hear me on there.
And especially, you can call in as well. When there's a DJ in, there's a number that they give. You can call in and request songs if they're already on the playlist. So if you're listening to the radio, you want a specific song, call in and ask them.
Yeah, so make sure to check out 91.7 VMFM.
We have as soon as we're back. Oh my God, we're back.
I thought it would be a good way to come back in.
We got 2 breaks for this episode. That's insane.
That's big for us. We never have 2 breaks.
The big thing in the beginning was the camera's overheating. We only ever had like 40, 50 minutes.
Yeah, now we have like 4 cameras on.
And somehow they're not overheating.
They're not overheating, which I love. Yeah. Thank you for not overheating cameras. Yeah, this room is colder than normal.
Cool. I turned the thermostat down. I don't know if it works or not.
It probably doesn't.
I was messing with it.
No one uses this room except us.
Yeah, that's sick though.
No, I love it. I love having our own room.
So this is a new set.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've noticed for the past hour or so, but now
it's going to look a little different for season 2.
This is like the boys only version.
This is the boys only set. We'll have a third chair just in case we have like one of our crews come on. But like this is the boys only episode. Setup. This set's gonna look a little different. We want to do a little bit of upgrades, just to talk about season 2 a little. Sets are gonna be a little different. They're gonna look better. We just want to level up.
Yeah. As we've been talking about the entire time, is always trying to improve in some sort of way. And
which brings me, what's your New Year's resolution?
All right, so I've been thinking about this entire time, and so I thought Kane was going to say it because before, so we were talking about it a little bit, and he doesn't. From what I was understanding, I'm not going to speak for him in this instance, but we were kind of on the same page where I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions that much, and I've kind of thought about it in the past. I feel like our sentiment of always wanting to improve has kind of been the idea of the New Year's resolution. Yeah. You have like a goal you go and set and you go and do it.
You start it whenever you want.
But yeah, I don't think you have to start it
on
the New Year's. Because like psychologically, I'm not a psychologist, but like starting with a clean slate, you know what I mean? New year, new me, it doesn't
work. 90% of the people like give up their New Year's resolution. Like so many people that I've known, they're like, oh, I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start learning this new language. They give up by the first month.
I would love to see what like Planet Fitness's revenue is in like January, February versus the rest of the year.
It's really high. And then some people forget to cancel their subscription. Actually, Soren, you have your phone on you. Could you look up the statistics for how many people make a New Year's resolution and how many people break one?
It has to be like over 50%, like everyone. Yeah. It will depending on the resolution. Because my resolution would be like do more podcasts.
No, yeah,
but that's, you know what I mean.
That's something you find fun. Whereas it was like for me, it was like I didn't wait till because I started my fitness journey on December 14, 2021.
Yeah,
I didn't wait till the New Year's. I was like, what's the point of waiting to the New Year, new me? That's BS. No, I'm gonna start right here, right now. And on December 14th, I went in and I was like, this is a journey for me.
It's actually 6 days until then, so in 6 days you'll be celebrating your 1 year anniversary of going to the gym.
That's true, yeah.
But I feel like the sentiment of like I know it's not like only on New Year's you can be a new person, but I feel like there's no reason to wait. Just
start it now.
Just do it.
Change comes from within. Change like when we watched our when we finished misrepresentation in Dr. Watana's class, like Gandhi's quote, be the change you want to see. like in the world or within yourself. Be the change now. Like, why wait 3 months from now to start something? Just start now. Like,
Exactly. Even like now, 3 weeks until the new year, just start now. You don't need to wait.
so much can be accomplished in 3 weeks.
Yeah. But I just feel like it's kind of like a bogus thing, you know, like
It's a nice sentiment.
that's just me.
I think it's a nice sentiment.
There's a good idea behind it. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just think that as a whole, New Year's resolutions are kind of unnecessary.
They're unnecessary. It's a good way to set a goal for yourself, but I feel like it should be more of a promise to yourself than like a New Year's resolution that you're going to break.
Yeah.
Because everyone breaks their New Year's resolution, so why not? I'll break it too. No, just stay strong to it. Like, you're not showing up for yourself. You're like letting yourself down.
And then, at that point, like calling it a New Year's resolution as opposed to calling it like a goal that you have set or like a deadline of some sort. I feel like that kind of.
Yeah, I didn't set a New Year's resolution to like lose weight, become more healthy. It was more of like a promise to myself, like, I gotta do this, or like I could be facing certain medical conditions in the future.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I just want to look like a Greek god. Like, why not?
You get there eventually.
I'll get there.
In the process.
I'm in the process. It's a little more.
But I mean, I don't. Like, I've also like in the same way I've also been thinking of like if I had a New Year's resolution, like what would it be? And I don't know. I mean, everyone like wants to lose weight. Everyone wants to, or like gain weight, or everyone wants to look different in some sort of way. Yeah. Everyone wants to eat healthier. And all
I feel like that's more of a journey and not a New Year's resolution, though.
Yeah. So like, you could say all those, but I don't know. I guess just like be a better person. I feel like
do better.
Do better. I've had like a rough past. We kind of talked about it like in our meeting the other day. It's like we've made mistakes in the past, like trying to move on from it and like learn from it in a way, because I feel like a lot of my ways of like processing things is kind of just like pushing it down and like not thinking about it. So like I like make a mistake and I'll be like, oh, whatever, you know, that's what it is, I'll just move on from it. But I never truly like accept it, like learn from it. So like I feel like if I had like a true resolution, it would just be to like learn how to like process things better and like just be a better person for other people. Yeah.
I agree with that, and that's definitely something I want to do as well. But Soren, you have the numbers?
Yeah, I do. Only 9% of people actually keep their New Year's resolutions.
9%.
9%. That's that.
9% keep it.
9% keep it. So 91% of people are making. So out of the 100% that make a New Year's resolution, 91% of like. Yeah. To just give up. Like, what the hell, dude?
Right. So this is not going to New Year's resolution for me. This is just a goal. I'm not calling it that. Yeah. My odds are stacked against me.
Yeah. Like, I have a couple of goals for next year. It's like upload 2 videos a week to my personal YouTube channel, upload podcasts, be more on time, be earlier for things, show up for myself and like other people at times. And it's like just learn more and educate myself and like maybe like, I don't know, stock market or crypto or something. This is stuff I want to learn. It's not a New Year's resolution. It's more of a promise.
Yeah. And you kind of mentioned like being like more informed. I feel like that's another problem with me too. Like being with Hudson now, you know, like I've learned so much more. And like, even like Michael, like our project, like the Black Lives Matter movement. And like, I've learned so much in the past semester that I'm like, I was so ill-informed during the entire, the protest in 2020. I was like, not that I had like bad opinions, I just wasn't informed ever. I was like, so I was like, well, yeah, I see what they're doing, but like, why are they doing it? I don't get it. But like, the more and more we talk about it, the more I'm like, oh, okay, this makes so much sense now. Like, I never realized like, as like a straight white man, how like privileged I am. Because I'm like, nah, that's not a thing. But like talking about it and just becoming more informed about the social issues we have, and even like with Eric too. Like we had him on our podcast for our final project, and like. He had some really good quotes, and he went out and he attended rallies and he's learned so much. Like I feel like looking at him as like an inspiration for like someone like myself, or like to learn more about these issues and become a better person in that way too. Because I just feel like my whole life I've kind of the same thing. I've never like processed it, you know. Okay, whatever.
No, that went deep for a second, but no, I get that.
Yeah. I think now is the time to go deep. I think.
Yeah. But
it's so funny. So we were talking about how like Cameron was like, there's never like any gaps of silence in our podcast.
But right there. But no, like sometimes it's like a deep thought is said, and it's just like take a second to like intake, then like kind of process that information. But no, I definitely get that. I definitely want to be more informed about things that are happening around the world, and not just that, like not just have like that type of street smarts with like what's going on around me in the world, but also have that book smarts. I want to like read more, and I want to like gain more knowledge about things that I just don't know. Like I could tell you how to get like a bigger bicep, but I can't go into medical terminology for it.
Like why? Like you have a bigger bicep. You just know that you can get it.
I know I can get it. I know I can tell you how to get it. And there's certain things I know, but I want to learn a lot more, like anatomy wise, like about the human body, because I think it's one of the most fascinating things in this world. Like, dude, you could create a child.
It wouldn't be
out of like a human.
Yeah.
You create a tiny human, and it's like there's so much more you could do, and your body's capable of so much more. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize what their body's used to of. Like speaking from like the fitness industry, there's a lot of people like young go into like testosterone boosters, SARMs, juice. There's so much that they just go into because they're like, oh, I want to get big fast. You gotta.
Testosterone boosters are not the correct way to get muscles.
No, yeah. The reason I say that is because like working at GNC, the other day, some kid who came in and he was like, "Oh, if I get a test booster, will that help me get bigger quick?" I was like, "No." Like a lot of these guys, like sebum, that use like certain type of steroids, they do a lot of work behind the scenes.
It's not just like the hormones and the medications. It's you're putting a lot of work, but like at the same time, like as you're saying, you're trying to do it naturally.
I'm trying to do it naturally, and I want to be able to show people what you could achieve with your body naturally. Like,
because like all those chemicals in your body, they can't be good for you.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I started on December 14th, barely being able to lift weight, kind of can lift somewhat a weight that a normal human can. But now I'm at a point where I feel like I'm much stronger than the average person. Like my bench isn't that high because I haven't trained chest that much. But like again, like I bench 235. Some people might bench more. Like squat 315. I deadlift 455 now, and it's like these are big numbers when I think about it. I'm part of the 1,000-pound club. It's like the 1,000-pound club is
combine the numbers,
deadlift, bench press, and squat. And if it's over 1,000, you're part of the 1,000-pound club, and 1,500. That's what I'm at, and I just broke that last night with getting a new PR on deadlift. And it's like not many people are able to do that within the first year of their lifting, and that was my goal. I wanted to achieve it within the first year, and as Dan said, being like 4 or 5 days away from 1 year, I was like, I gotta do it. I wanted to push myself more, and I did it. It was a goal for myself. I got the accomplishment. What's next now?
And the point was that it was not a resolution, a New Year's resolution.
It wasn't. The point is, it wasn't a New Year's resolution. It was a promise to myself that I made. But it's also a thing of what my next year's New Year's resolution, I guess, in a way, or my goal for actually, it's a goal for life. It's just improving upon myself. Like every day, waking up and trying to do better than I did yesterday.
That's kind of been a theme as we were talking about. Yeah, it's just. Not even, like in the gym as well, but as we're saying, like as people, as podcast hosts, as directors, as YouTube, you know what I mean? Like there's always room for improvement, I think.
I want to do better physically, but I also want to do better mentally.
Yeah, I mean, improvement is the way of life.
That's true.
You mentioned reading books before, and I would like to get into that too, but it's just so hard. I don't like. Because you kind of get it. We're like in a similar boat. Like there's no way I can ever sit down.
Like I'm sitting down reading a book and I'm like, ooh, cat going outside my window. Or like, ooh, the wind noise. I wonder what's outside. It's like being like distracted every 2 seconds. Like right now I'm looking at you and I'm distracted by Soren's shoelace. And I'm just like, there's so much going back and forth. And I'm just trying to like force myself to stay in this conversation, not go shoelace.
That's kind of like, you went to shoelace. It's kind of like one of the benefits of being like a podcast host, to say, like it's like forcing us to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation and try to not be outside of this as much as possible. We'll have like input from people around the set and stuff like that, but like in the end, we bring it back in and we just have you and I. So it's kind of like channeling the chaos in our brains and trying to put it out there.
And sometimes like people will be having conversation. I just think about something absolutely different. I try to say it, and I'll say like a couple of words, and I'm like, wait, they're having a conversation. Let me wait for them to finish with that, and then I'll say my point. And my girlfriend calls me out on it, and she'll be like, "They're talking." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but that's not how my brain functions. My brain just spilled the words, and now it's staying in my head until they're done, and then I'm gonna say it."
Yeah, I totally get that. I understand that completely. I'm like, there's sometimes I feel really bad about it, where I feel like I'm waiting for someone to stop talking. Yeah, I don't know if you understand that too. Like, as much as I understand how like that's not cool. Sometimes I'm like, it's just like in my head and I'm like, I'm gonna forget about it. I need to say something.
I need to say something. Like my friend Damien, he says, not only do you have ADHD, you probably have EDD as well, like attention deficit disorder. Because like I get distracted so easily, and like he's known me for years and he's studied all this stuff, so he's just like, you probably have these two things. Like
I guess that can be another thing we work on. Bettering ourselves is figuring out how to.
Like that's why I was like, I want to start reading more, because like being a person that gets distracted very easily, and like I'll have 1,000 thoughts in my head at the same time. Reading is going to kind of like help me keep them collective and kind of like work on that.
I wish you the best of luck with that, because as much as I try, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Every semester I get textbooks and books for classes, and I have not read any of them.
Same.
Like every time it's like I'm like, okay,
I'll skim.
I'm like, this is it. I got this book for this class. I'm going to read it this time. I promise. And then I don't. Spark notes or like summaries of some sorts. And to be honest, I don't know how I've gotten away with it so far.
Honestly, but in college you can somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. Teachers like no, and they're just like,
no, they know.
Letting it slide.
Like my English teacher, she was like, you've read at least like 1 or 2 of these books, right? So she was like, I know you haven't read any. I was like,
just calling you like that.
Yeah. But it was just like a private conversation between us.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, bettering myself next, starting season 2, or like starting now, but like that's like a big goal for me and for next year. Like get up before 8 o'clock. Like there's a project that's been going around. Like a lot of people on TikTok do it. It's called Project 50. For 50 days, you're waking up before 8 a.m. You're eating healthy. You're going to the gym or some sort of like physical activity, going for a run, biking or something for like at least an hour. You're reading, you're learning a new skill. And for 50 days, you try this thing. And I want to try learning a new language. I want to see how far I could get in 50 days.
Ooh,
It is
interesting.
not easy learning a new language.
Yeah.
Take it from me.
Well,
No, I
Brandon has
know.
learned several languages himself. Do you have an idea of which one?
I don't know. I'd like Spanish is something that I'm going to take at some point. So like I'll be learning that. So that's something that's going to happen. But I was thinking like something harder, something that not many people know. Well, something that many people know, but not many of like my personal friends know.
Yeah.
Like I think Arabic is a very cool language. I have a couple of friends that speak Arabic very fluently. A lot of Muslim friends that speak Arabic a lot at home. So like when they're out, like they'll say words to me and I'll like understand them. Like, but like that's one thing that I'm like looking into. Like Japanese is always like a language that I'm like, ooh, that'd be cool. Kind of like go to Japan, but like French at the same time. There's so many languages. I'm trying to pick one, and then as soon as I have that picked, I'm starting Project 50 way before that. If you want to follow me on that, go check out my TikTok. I'm going to be uploading every single day for that Project 50, and like just trying to stick with it. And I'm also going to be documenting it on YouTube.
Yeah, cool. And those are both linked in the link tree down below.
Yeah.
So check it all out.
But yeah,
I wish you the best of luck with that. I know
Thank
that
you.
it's really hard once you start you do something for like a week or so, and then it kind of starts like falling off.
Yeah.
But I've heard this, I don't know how long it is, but after like 2 or 3 weeks of doing the same thing, your brain
21
kind of
days.
gets into a schedule.
Yeah.
In a sense.
After 21 or 24 days of doing, so to do a bad habit, you only need to do it 3 times and you could pick it up.
Yeah, I
For
feel
a
that.
good habit, to do it about 21 to 24 times for you to pick it up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But once you do it, once you're in there,
Once you're in it, you're in it. Like the hardest part about the gym is staying consistent for the first month. After you're consistent for the first month, I know you're good. I know you'll be there. And and then after a while, it's the 6-month mark. Oh, I worked out for 6 months and I quit. Why? Oh, I was just getting too much. Was it getting too much, or were you just getting lazy?
like complacent with everything.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it's the same routine.
Because I know I had like many moments where I almost quit, but I'm just like so glad right now I didn't.
You just stuck with it.
Yeah.
And we will continue to stick with it as well. And hopefully on the next New Year's special, we'll be talking about your 2-year coming up.
Dude, that'd be so dope. Yeah.
But you got to get through 1 year first.
Nah, but we got to get to a year of podcasting.
Yeah, imagine that.
Dude, that'd be so cool. Honestly, for the New Year's, again, thank you for all the crew that shows up. And like everyone that works on scenes, behind scenes, on our meetings and all that stuff. And thank you, Jason. Because honestly, we both said this was both of our dreams, but like, unless like we both came together and like the way we did it, this would not happen. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you as well. It's like a Thanksgiving episode now. We're giving thanks to everyone else.
We're giving thanks.
But for real though, like, the end of the year, season capped off. not season, but like
we have
the years.
2 more episodes left of this season, and after that,
And
start of season 2.
we got some big things planned as we're talking about. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for our future projects that are going to be coming very, very soon. I know I said clothing is something we're going to talk about. We didn't really get into that, but we do have clothing coming on very, very soon from the point of this episode. Hopefully by the end of January, we have like a link up or something where you can go and get your own Illest merch. We want to figure out how we're going to do that, but that's something we have coming. Hoodies, t-shirts, joggers, hats, and possibly more. Shorts, shoes. Oh yeah, Dan always has his, yeah.
Since the Christmas episode, Illest shoes, socks,
maybe that might socks,
underwear,
socks, Illest underwear,
glasses. soft
underwear.
Yeah, that's probably that.
To myself,
everyone.
I just want soft underwear.
Fair enough. What else can we go?
I don't know.
Bracelets.
We're
doing stickers.
We are doing stickers. Yes.
Headbands. Body lotion.
Illest flags.
Body lotion.
Body lotion. Mascara.
Beauty products.
Illest beauty products.
Yeah, it's like the Illest blue as our signature color.
No, but like in all honesty, we do have clothing coming out.
Yeah,
We're testing stuff out with hoodies, sweatpants, t-shirts, shorts, and hats right now. But we feel like that's what the season is. Everything but shorts is like in season right now. And then hopefully in the future we could go more and go bigger. Cause I did want Illest to be a clothing brand and not just like kind of like a streetwear lifestyle, or not just like a streetwear or like gym, but like a lifestyle type clothing brand that like you could rep. And Illest has a good meaning behind it. Is like we don't take L's, we turn them into dubs. It's like, just bettering yourself is the way of Illest. That's why we started this, like bettering yourself, coming up with new things, new ideas, going on to make new promises to yourself and just bettering yourself.
Yeah, I like that. And we're making that come to fruition.
Yeah.
And again, we couldn't do it without your help.
And I couldn't do it without you and everyone else. Yeah. So thank you to everyone for coming. Thank you guys for watching. And honestly, you guys make this possible as well.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Cheers to a good one.
Cheers to a good one. And we'll see you in the next one.